Yo, what is up everybody? It is your favorite engineer, Drew, back with another video. And in this one, I'm going to be showing you how to mix your SM7B and get that clean, modern sound. So let's get into the video. Now I know it's been a few weeks since my last video, so I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all you guys and just happy holidays in general. Also, this year is going to be just a big year in general for all of us because I'm going to be releasing a lot more content this year and we're just going to get the ball rolling. So, of course, we're going to start it off banger video of the SM7B. I get a lot of requests on how to mix this mic in general. So yeah, I'm going to pretty much just show you how I do it. As always, this preset is going to be available on my website so you can just easily download it, get it in your DAW, and then get professional sounding audio. And also, if you just wanted personalized mixing and mastering from me, you could also purchase that as well. It is now the new year. For this whole month of January, I'm running a promotion where you get 50% off on anything off my website. When I released this preset, it would come out as $14.99, but now it's going to be available for $7.50. So yeah, make sure you guys go cop this right now while it's on sale. Besides that, let's get into the preset. What you're going to get with this is you're going to get a whole template. You're actually going to get the main recording, the doubles, and then the ad-lib track as well. And these aren't completely labeled yet because I still have to work things out a little bit for you guys just to make it a lot easier in the routing and everything. So when you get this template, it's going to look just a little bit different and it's just going to be cleaner and more organized for you guys to work with. And these are going to be all labeled with your tracks. So I'm going to show you what this song is going to sound like and you're going to get a feel of the sound I was going for. Time for you. Tell me deep inside, don't wait, no. You won't be different. Stress out my mind on my diva. You said you love it so different. So it's kind of got that smoother R&B sound, that modern R&B. So that's the vibes we're going for. All right, so with the main recording track, of course, we're going to start it off with the auto-tune. And this is going to be depending whatever your beat key is in, you're just going to set it to that. So this one I set it to F sharp minor, and then for me personally, I like the retune speed at 10.5 milliseconds and then the note transition at 6.9 milliseconds. So as you can see, this is the waves tune and this works really well. All right, next up, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the de-esser. What this is going to do is kind of relieve that harsh frequency in those upper mids that I wanted to just, clean up before we go into our compression. So pretty simple. All I did was I set the frequency to 6500 hertz. Then I put the threshold down to -45. Then the range to -16.7. So let's just, key in on this main vocal. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep in. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep. So as you can see on that, when I say deep inside, it really kind of tames back that harshness in that area just a little bit more and makes it a little bit cleaner for when we go into our compression. Next up, we're going to clean it up some more with some EQ. We're going to use the Pro Q3 by FabFilter. It's great EQ plugin. We're just doing the little moves that shape us to get the sound we want, and that's really how you get that cleaner sound. It's just little moves and then just a lot of little moves. So what we're going to do first is we're going to have a low cut at 110 hertz just to relieve all that rumble, and I'll show you what this rumble is going to sound like. So as you hear, it's just that rumbly frequency that we wanted to take out and just clean it up a little bit, especially with the SM7B as it tends to have more of that lower end sound to it. After that, we're going to go into the 354 hertz. And this is just that low mid kind of muddy area. And what I did was I just took it back by 1.47 decibels. So nothing too crazy. I'm just going to relieve a little bit of that muddiness. So it's kind of like this frequency when you're rolling like this. I want to go into that harshness area once again. This is the 3800 hertz range, which I find to be pretty harsh on most microphones, actually, not just this microphone. So what I did was I just took that back by 1.58 decibels. And then also I have a dynamic EQ going right here at the 5500 hertz range. I just found this a little bit more of that harshness, so I took it back by 2 decibels this time. So this is the biggest move. And then I also turned the dynamic band to -7.86. So this is gonna just bring back some of that harshness once again, and like I said, just keep cleaning this vocal so we're ready to get this vocal nice and polished. What we're gonna do is we're gonna boost some of that high end. Like I said, this mic doesn't have a lot of that high end, so we're boosting that up in the topper end, the more polished sounding high end, the 1300 hertz range, which is very high up, we took it up by 3.67 decibels. This is going to start brightening up this microphone, as like I said, it's a very dark microphone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you without this EQ and then with it. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside, I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside, don't. So as you can see, it brightened up that vocal just a little bit, but it also cleaned it up. So that's what we're going for, just a cleaner vocal before we hit all this additive processing. So we're going to start with our first compressor, which this compressor, the CLA76, one of my favorite compressors for vocals, and it just gives that vocal a nice character to it. And we're not actually squashing this like we usually do. We're still getting a lot of gain reduction, but we're not squashing the needle on this one. With this, I turned the input all the way up to 18, and then I turned the output down to negative 19.6. Then we're using the Bluey mode, of course, 4:1 ratio. Just basic stuff, and I'm going to show you actually how much gain reduction we're getting on this vocal, so let's do that. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside. So as you can see, we're getting around negative 18 decibels peak of reduction, which is still a good amount. But what we're doing is we're kind of not squashing it so it's down there the whole time. We're kind of giving it some of that dynamic still. And we're getting an average maybe around negative 8 to negative 10 decibels of reduction. After that, we're going to do a little bit more compression. Now, this is another really good compressor for vocals, the RVox. You're going to see this in a lot of hip hop, modern vocal chains. This is one of the biggest plugins used in pretty much all vocal chains. The RVox, just a great plugin all around. I'm going to set the gate to negative 39.6 on this. Then the comp we had at negative 11.5, negative 2.8 on the gain. And you're going to hear how this is working, and also you're going to see how much gain reduction we're doing to achieve that sound. I got no more time for, tell me deep inside. And then this is with it. I got no more time for you. What this is doing is just giving more of that level to the vocal and bringing it more up front in the mix, which with the RVox, it just sounds great. After that, this is a really big plugin for this SM7B, as like I said, it's a very dark mic, and we kind of want to get it bright because most modern vocals are really bright. So we kind of want to recreate that, and we have a Fresh Air, which is a completely free plugin. If you have not gotten this yet, what are you doing? This is completely free. Amazing plugin to get that nice top end shine to your vocals, and I'm gonna just bypass it and bring it back, and you're gonna see what it's doing. I got no more time for, but tell me deep inside. And then this is with. I got no more time for you. Deep inside, don't. As you can hear, it really just brought some excitement into the vocal, made it sound nice and crisp and clear up in that top end. And like I said, I just really love this plugin, so if you haven't gotten it yet, you just got to go get it. And after that, we're going to go into our last compressor, the R-Comp. This is an amazing compressor for anything. Like, you can use this on anything. I like using it on drums. I like using it on vocals. I like using it on, you know, melodies, leads, whatever. So, threshold at negative 2.3. Very low on the threshold, nothing too crazy. Ratio 2.68. Simple again, nothing too crazy. Gain at 1.5, attack at 2.34. So like I said, it's giving you that faster attack. Release 142. So this is a slower attack. So this is kind of the opposite of what we were doing with the CLA76 with that slow attack, fast release. Now we're doing fast attack, slow release. But yeah, I'm going to just bypass this back and forth, and you're going to hear how the vocal kind of just sits back a little bit. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside. And this is with. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside, don't wait. So as you can see, we're getting around that minus 1.4 of gain reduction, and then we're boosting it back up by 1.5. So it's really just sitting that vocal back just that little bit more. So now what we have is that final cleanup of the vocal. Now that we got that sound that we wanted, we just wanted to give it a little bit more polished sounding. So we're going to start it off with this EQ right here. Fruity Parametric EQ2 stock FL plugin. So like I said, you can use any plugin for any of these EQs. So what I did with this one is at the 128 hertz, we did a high pass. clean up some of that low end that we brought in with a lot of that processing. Pretty simple there. Then at 245 hertz, we're going down by 1.1 decibels. And this is going to clean up some of that low mid mud that we brought up as we boosted the volume. Then at 575 hertz, we're taking out 2.5 decibels. And this is just going to bring back some of those low mids. Boosting it with compression and stuff like that is going to bring in a lot of that mid kind of sound to it. So we're kind of just controlling that a little bit at the 575 hertz range. And then also, again, we're going to go back into the harshness at the 3236 hertz. We're going to take out 3.5 decibels there, and we're going to use a tight Q. As you can see, this yellow band right here, it's pretty tight, and we just took out a good amount there so that it's kind of cleaning up that, you know, harshness up in that top end. So let's show you what this EQ is sounding like. So this is going to be without it. I got no more time for you. And this is with. I got no more time for you. But tell me deep inside. So as you can hear, this really shaped that vocal into the sound, that character that I wanted, that final shaping, and it just sounds great inside the full mix. And yeah, pretty simple there. Just kind of normal EQ moves, nothing too crazy. Then we're going to go into our final controlling. This is the de-esser. So what this is going to do is going to remove that sibilance, and this is just that final, you know, sibilance control. So threshold at negative 17.6. 5,500 hertz on the frequency, and pretty simple. All it's going to do is get rid of some of that harshness. Like I said, I'll show you what this sounds like as well. I got no more time for you. And this is with. I got no more time for you. So as you hear, when that time comes in, it really controls that and brings it back, so it's not poking your ears a lot when that comes in the full mix. Now, these controlling is really important, especially when you're getting to the mastering stage. These are kind of things that you want to take care of before you start boosting the volume of the whole song, because what that's going to do, boost all those problems up. So this is why you really want to take care of all those problems and make sure the vocal is sitting nice, as well as all your other instruments. You want to make them sound nice and clean, and you don't want too much of that harshness, or else it will build up a lot, and then when you boost the volume, that's what's going to ruin your record. After that, this is kind of a stylistic thing. A lot of this vocal style, the Life Harris, Bryson Tiller, whatever, they all kind of have this special plugin right here, the fruity flanges. This is a very big one to get that, you know, modern R&B sound. A lot of them use this, and this is kind of just giving that vocal some more texture, and I think it just sounds great. So we're gonna just throw it on, and the mix is really low at 3%, so it's barely noticeable in this song, but a lot of songs they'll turn it up a lot more. And so I'm going to show you what this sounds like, and you're just going to hear a little bit of a difference. I got no more time for you. This is with. I got no more time for you. So very subtle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just drag up this mix level, so you're going to hear what it's really doing in a very easier way to hear it. So let's do it. I got no more time for you. I got no more time for you. So as you can hear, the more I bring it up, the more stereo sounding the vocal gets, with a little bit of texture added to it. But when I drag it back down, it gets a little bit more mono in the stereo field. So we wanted to just add a little bit of that stereo width, but nothing too crazy, nothing that you're probably even going to notice in the full mix. But I just like the way it sounds. But if you really pay attention, you can hear it just a little bit. Pretty simple. So that is actually the main recording chain. That's how I get this mic right here to sound good for a R&B track like this. If you guys are having trouble to get this sound nice, clear, and clean compared to maybe like a condenser, which a condenser, yes, it's going to be better. It handles transients better. This thing will do the trick if you know how to work with it. Now, that is all I have with this preset. Like I said, if you want all the rest of the tracks, the reverb settings, all that, you can go into my website and buy it today. Like I said, $7.48. It's 50% off of the original price. So you can copy it right now. It's $7. And like I said, I just gave you this whole chain for free. So if you just wanted to take this and run with it, feel free. But that's all I have for today. Like I said, my whole website is available for 50% off. So if you wanted to purchase mixing, mastering, presets, whatever you need to take your sound to that next level, that professional level, hit up my website. 50% off. Amazing. We got big plans coming for 2025. And also, I want you guys to comment down below what type of video you want me to make next, whether it's recreating a artist preset, whether it's just mixing tips, how do I get my drums to sit better in a mix, how to get my melodies, you know, whatever. Comment that down below and I'll recreate that in my next video. And yes, I've seen some comments that of artists you guys want me to do, so yes, I will be getting to that. And also, I have a stock FL mixing video coming soon. I forgot who it was, but you keep commenting that, I'll put your name right here. Shout out to you. I'm going to be making that video real soon. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button, and stay tuned for future videos. Peace.